Ah, I grew up Christian. Forgive me, please forgive me. But I did, and I'm no longer a Christian, but I read the Jewish scriptures, and I liked them, and I still do. But it's like when I read Moses, it really disturbed me, and it was really hard. It was very hard to even like this shit. It was very hard to read Moses when I was younger because it's like I look at polygamous societies, right? And, I think polygamous societies are disgusting. Like, from a sociological standpoint, they're just disgusting societies. Um, I mean, it's like, how do polygamous societies operate, right? Because they're like, usually it's going to be around 50-50. There's going to be about 50% women and 50% men, give or take. And it'll ebb and flow. But usually population, gender, follows the 50-50 rule. You flip a coin enough times and it might be 70% sometimes, but it's eventually going to get to 50-50. I could be wrong. I mean, it'd be interesting to know. And I know there's a lot of weird stuff happening nowadays, but in order to have a polygamous society, you need more women than men, right? So what happens is that the men at the top of a polygamous society are exactly like King David, right? King David, he went out and was conquering, and he became king, and once he became king, he got to this point where he's just chilling in his palace while his armies are going out and fighting. But he's chilling in his palace doing his thing, and he sees this woman, and he's like, damn. But she has a husband, and so he fucking sends her husband off to die, and he ends up cursing his own family because of it, right? And like that's how polygamous societies operate. You usually have these corrupt, like usually weak, stupid, like cowardly men at the top who act tough. They act tough, but when they get challenged, their knees get shaky. Right, their knees get shaky when they actually get challenged. But they never get challenged because their societies, polygamous societies, are usually just fucking pieces of gangster shit societies. Toxic. And you have these men at the top, and they're usually a pro-war society, right? So because that's how you reduce the male population, and also increase the female population. You send your men out there to die, and then once you die, then your widows are available to them, and the women that you win in the war are now available to them as well. And they're pathetic. They're fucking I like Genghis Khan, and he fought for meritocracy. He fought a Mongolian civil war between aristocracy and meritocracy, and he believed in meritocracy, and guess who won? The most badass Mongols won. And once the most badass Mongols won, it's like shit. They just kept winning, right? It was a meritocracy. It's like, but polygamous societies, they're usually not a meritocracy. And they're usually just these disgusting, corrupt pieces of shit with these corrupt fuckers at the top. And it's disgusting. They're disgusting. You know, but it's like, it's like when I was a teenager, it just didn't feel right. Like I'm reading Moses, and Moses is allowing for a polygamy. He's allowing for a polygamy, and I'm just like, what the fuck? This is just disgusting. Like, what's going on here? Especially since like the Jewish people, they're a monogamous society. It's like what? It's like and all these Jews, they talk about the law, the law, the law. And some of them do, you know, and they're like hyper law motherfuckers, literal interpretations of the Bible rather than it's all about the heart, stuff like that. But but you know what? It was pretty like it was a short crisis within me because you know I was thinking about it just from a sociological standpoint, and I'm just like, what the fuck? What the fuck? But it was a short crisis because I mean, like the whole Bible starts out with a love story between a man and a woman, you know, and that's the natural way, you know, that's the natural way. Um, and so it's like, but Moses allowed for polygamy. He allowed for it, and you know, I think he was just being a shepherd. I think he was being a shepherd. You know, I mean, like I'm living in a day where everybody around me, I'm in the U.S. and everybody in the U.S. says, "Oh, you can't be friends with the opposite sex without wanting to have sex with them." I'm just like, what? Like I can see another woman as my sister, and not want to have sex with her. If I see her as my sister, now if she wants to have sex with me, I can cross her off the sister list, right? But um, no, seriously. Like it's just such a pathetic thought. Like how like what's your view of man? That men would just be so pathetic and weak. Carnal is a word that they used to use. Um, like I just don't get it. And for me, you know, I'm a man. I'm a heterosexual. You know, respect to anybody who's gay out there. Like I couldn't imagine giving it or taking it like that. Um, but I guess some do, right? And so maybe there are some who are, I don't know. But who am I to judge, right? But but don't judge me because you know I'm not like that. But you know, and I have a stupid. I'm a male too, so I'm dumb and stupid. And like my male fantasy would be a blonde, a redhead, a brunette, an Asian chick, a black chick slash mulatta, you know, a red skin chick, you know, the rainbow, you know, like that's the male fantasy, the rainbow. But and that was my stupid fantasy when I was a teenager. It was a stupid fantasy, but I learned this thing one day, and it was fascinating to me. It was really fascinating, and it was about ice cream. It was about ice cream, and it's like your tongue has an area to it, right? And we're getting into geometry here. Okay, your tongue only has a certain area to it. Okay, now let's take some ice cream, and how much ice cream would it take to coat the area of your tongue? Probably half a teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon. We'll just say a teaspoon. It doesn't take that much. It doesn't take that much ice cream to coat your tongue, to coat the area of your tongue. And anything past that, anything past whatever coats your tongue, right? Anything that is above that is just going to go down your fat mouth, through your fat throat, and into your fat stomach. and you're not even going to enjoy it. You're just going to be hurt by it. You know, and it just fucking blew my mind. It's just this the pleasure paradox. It's the fucking pleasure paradox, and I fucking realized that, oh my god, like I can have sex with one woman for 30 minutes, or I can have sex with two women for 30 minutes, and yet I'm still just getting 30 minutes of pleasure. But what do I have to get after that? It's like I have to deal with two women, I have to deal with two sets of fucking children. And see, that's where I really understood what Moses was doing. He was punishing them. Like, they thought they were being rewarded. But, like, shit. Like, I want to fucking play video games, man. And, like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Polygamy. I mean, one is way too much, let alone two. You know, I mean, one is way too much, let alone two. And so ultimately, it's a punishment. It was punishment, and it was him being a shepherd. He was trying to shepherd his people of his time. Just like anyone out there has to shepherd their people of this time, right? And people are different, and they transform, and it's just this transformation of sociology that happens out there, and it's just like, you know, I mean, but I mean, to me, I think it's very clear that that Moses believed in Adam and Eve, you know. And he made jokes, like he did. He made some dirty sexual jokes, like he was 100 years old when they crossed into the promised land. And so he couldn't enjoy the milk and honey, because he did cross into the promised land. He did. Moses did. Like, all you dumbasses who believe the words that you read, you're dumb and stupid. But it was a joke. Like his dick didn't work anymore, so he couldn't enjoy the conquest, right? It was a dirty old man joke, like the Turtle Master in Dragon Ball Z. You know, I mean, that's how Moses was. He was just a dirty old man. But I think it's clear from Adam and Eve that he believed in the family. He believed in the family. He believed in a monogamous family. I think sociology today would bear that out. I think monogamous societies are the healthier societies, and I don't see polygamous societies as healthy at all. But that's where shepherding comes in. The shepherd has the ultimate say.